Well, and on the next topic here about like the forbearance and stuff, like if foreclosures are coming back. Well, the U.S. forbearance rate measuring the share of mortgages with suspended payments experienced a 20 basis point improvement last week after it fell to 5.47. So all mortgages that Fannie Mae, like the government, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac own, only 5.67 were in forbearance. And now that has dropped to 5.47. I was trying to find, I found a chart that showed how many people of loans overall versus Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac like were in the forbearance, and it was actually quite a small percentage of homes that were in these forbearance programs that were falling behind on payments, to where I don't think you're going to have a lot of massive foreclosures like we did last time, like we just talked about. The U.S. forbearance rate has now fallen for 11 consecutive weeks, with an estimated 2.7 million homeowners still in mortgage forbearance plans, to where it's like, it's been falling for 11 weeks, and it's the thing that we keep talking about. Like, it depends on how long and how far they shut these things down. Yeah. So we have no idea what this is going to do, but it is 11 weeks that it has been falling, and it's down to less than 5.5% of loans are actually in these forbearances. And so the share of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac loans in forbearance fell. Also, that was all of loans that was at that. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac fell 13 basis points to 3.36, marking the 23rd week in a row that the GSE forbearance rate has dropped. So it's a very small subset of people that are actually in these forbearances when you look at the data. So people want to jump to see, oh, we're in a crisis. I just don't think we're going to see a massive flood of foreclosures. And we're going to continue to watch these numbers, because it all depends on where this is going to go. But one of the things what caused this problem, it was a virus. There is now a vaccine that's going at the very final stages to come out, to where there is light at the end of the tunnel now. And I would say it's more than light at the end of the tunnel. I think end of the tunnel is like they're entering stage 3. Now they're like, oh, now the efficiency rate came out at, if it's above 60%, we're good. And this thing's shooting up at mid 95%, mid 90s. So that's fantastic, to where now we start dealing with some of these repercussions and what happens. So there we are coming out of this thing. It just, what happens in the next 12 to 18 months with dealing with the problems from this.
So Tommy over here, he's beating me to where I was going. But he says, remember that divorces will also blossom and mortgage failures due to the divorce. So that was going to be my point with all this, where people, I think if you're an investor and you're on the sidelines right now, waiting for this foreclosure boom that I believe all these false gurus and ignorant people are pushing, you're just on the sidelines.
Yeah.
But I think there's still opportunity for investments. You just got to be creative. And I think that's what we've seen lately with, so we've actually started doing some experimental marketing, and we're trying, some new things out, because the deals that we're getting from wholesalers are complete trash. Oh. These people do not know how to negotiate worth a damn. They don't know how to, and maybe it's not even negotiating. So I actually did a little test. I went on a Facebook group for wholesalers, and I put on there a question. I'm like, as a wholesaler, what is your formula to estimate repairs?